The speed at which media was tallying, supposing media declared these results, when would media have done it? Media would have done it like 4 days ago.
Yes.
And even before IBC started tallying. And in a close election, what does that mean? Yeah, so this is the perspective from where I actually want to approach it. A lot of countries, including Ghana, South Africa, the US and so on, the tallying is done, but and media does their tallying, but they base this on alphanumeric data. Alphanumeric data, in simple terms, just means it is data that you can convert into figures. What people don't understand is that our Form 34Bs are actually pictures. They're pictures. They're not. You can't transform them into data. You have to go and copy what is in that to generate your own data. When you're looking at 46,229 or 26 of those pictures, possibilities of making mistakes are actually quite high.
They're very high. That
is quite high. Whether you have the forms or not, that's a very, very big database, and that's a point I've actually made before. And in a close election like this, you can believe, I mean, of course, now people have a feel of where this election is going, but even now, as we're talking in the morning, we don't know. It's that close. And we've seen that pattern in terms of the numbers of, other seats, in parliament, governors, senators, and so on, is almost 50-50, 50-51. It is that close. So the question comes in, what role does media play? Can media call an election that is very, very close? And to me, this is the issue that we actually need to engage with. In fact, for me, I felt that Chebukati was actually calling the media's bluff, because he knew that because of the nature of information that is there, I've given you 46,000 pictures, and then I'm asking you to translate the pictures into maths. And you're just not, in fact, before I was joking, but it was quite serious, that the only tallying that we can do accurately is the number of the pictures, but not the content of the pictures. That, I don't think anybody outside here would actually say that they could tally accurately on the basis of those images, because that is actually what is being done at Bomas, and some of them are being removed and so on. Yeah, so I think we need to look at this thing in that context, that it's easier when the gap is clear and wider. It is easier in other countries, not because the media is way more advanced, but just because of the structure of those elections and how they are segmented. In the US, is state by state. Here, you had 46,000 forms from polling stations. And yes, when the 34Bs came in, then of course you went to constituency by constituency and so on. Yeah, so it's actually quite difficult to collate. But agreeing with the Carol that maybe to eliminate error, in future, a joint tallying might actually be interesting in that regard. Yeah, because you could see that Azimio couldn't agree, ODM couldn't agree, different media stations couldn't agree, and we know that the two feuding groups would not actually get an exact figure, because that figure is political first and foremost, before it's mathematical. Yes. But we know that the media, being sort of independent, can actually arrive at a figure that is more credible, more believable, but jointly. Yeah, because again, as he said, that people will also view media with those biases, saying no, we know the owners of this particular media group and aligned to one candidate. We know these are the ones aligned to another candidate, and so on and so forth. Yeah, but having said that, I think for me we are making progress. In fact, for me, now that I'm maturing or becoming older in this country, I do things almost with the hindsight, as some was saying. I start looking at it. How was the media in 1997? How was it in 2002? How was it in 2017 and so on and so forth? And I think we've made huge progress. Yes, we had difficulty calculating from photographs, but at least we had the chance. That was not even there in 2027. Yes, so we're definitely making progress. This is good for our democracy. It's good for IBC and so on. Yeah, so even as we are hard on ourselves, we must also actually give ourselves a pat on the back in terms of just what we've